Match day 22, we have 5 teams with 4 or more goals. Match day 22 was just goals galore. Do we like to see that many goals? Or do we want it to be a little bit closer? I'm not sure. I like seeing goals, but 5 teams with 4 or more, that's a lot. But here we are, match day 23. But before we kick off match day 23, we got to look at the nerdy soccer table. Cote still sitting on top in that number one spot with 16 points. Then we still have that two-way tie there for second with Matt's picks and Jerry coming in with 13 points. So Cote still has that 3-point advantage over them. And then we have a three-way tie for that fourth spot. Sam M. Donovan and Joey Betts sitting all with 12 points. It is still a tight race and a lot of soccer still to play. But let's jump into match day 23. So we're kicking match day 23 off on Friday, which is NYCFC versus Orlando City. Currently, NYCFC 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 3-match losing streak. Orlando City, 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. NYCFC have dropped in my power ranking to 16th spot with those 3 matches they have just lost. Coming in with a 6 wins, 1 draw, and 3 loss record there at home. Orlando City 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses on the road. They are currently sitting 22nd in my power ranking. The win probability is in heavy favor of NYCFC there at home because they've only lost 3 and they're averaging more goals at home. The expected goals for them is 1.9. Orlando is 1.3. I think that it's going to end that way. I know that you can't really go off of that. We did have a discussion, a couple comments in the last video about expected goals because, and really, you can't go off of that for the most part with 5 teams going with more than 4 or more goals last week. But I think NYCFC win this match at home 2-1 or over Orlando City. So to kick us off on Saturday, and this game is also out there for you to vote on for us to watch on Saturday, that is Atlanta United versus Toronto FC. Currently, Atlanta, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Toronto, 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 3-match losing streak, which I'm very surprised by Toronto with that. Atlanta, 3 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Toronto, 2 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses on the road. The win probability, though, is in favor of Atlanta, even with their poor record at home, sitting at 53%. And I think that's just because of Toronto's current form, and they've only won 2 on the road. Power ranking wise, Atlanta's 18th in my power ranking, Toronto is 23rd. I think this is a low scoring game. I think both of these teams are not scoring well right now. And I think, though, I might be biased because Atlanta is my team, but I think Atlanta get the job done there at home 1-0 over Toronto. Next up, we have CF Montreal versus Philadelphia Union. Currently, Montreal 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Philadelphia Union 2 draws, 3 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 3-match losing streak. Is this the downfall of the Philadelphia Union? Are we done seeing Philadelphia perform at a high level and win matches like they have in recent years? I don't know. You tell me in the comments below what you think of the Philadelphia Union. But Montreal, 2 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses there at home. Philadelphia, 3 wins, 5 draws, and a loss on the road. The win probability is going to Philadelphia in this match because of how much they are averaging 2 goals on the road, and they've only lost 1 on the road there. The expected goals for Montreal is only 1.2, where Philadelphia is 2.6. But I don't think that happens here. I think with the way that both of these teams are performing right now, they're pretty even, and it's crazy to think that. But I think that this match ends in a 2-2 draw there in Montreal. That leads us into the New England Revs versus Columbus Crew. Currently, the Revs 4 wins and 1 loss in their last 5 matches. Columbus Crew 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. The Revs are currently on a 4-match winning streak from that crappy start to what they're doing now. I wonder what clicked. I don't know. But the Revs currently 3 wins, 1 draw, and 5 losses at home. The Crew 4 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses on the road. The win probability, even with that 4 match winning streak, is in favor of the Crew. I don't know about it. Expected goals at the Crew is 2.1, Revs is 0.5. Everything points to the Crew other than this 4 match winning streak for the Revs. And the Crew are fantastic. They beat Sporting Kansas City 4-0 at home though in their last match. The Revs went on the road and won at TQL Stadium 2-1 over Cincinnati. I don't know. I have to say that I'm going to have to go with the Crew, even though they're on that 4 match winning streak, and maybe hopefully they continue it. They finally have got it kicked off and started there, but I think that the Crew go on the road and get 3 points here and win this match 2-1 over the Revs. So next up, we have the New York Red Bulls versus DC United. Currently, the Red Bulls 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. DC United a draw and 4 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 3 match losing streak. I don't know what's going on with DC. I hate to see that. I wanted them to do pretty well this year, but the Red Bulls are on fire this season, and I love to see that too for the Red Bulls. Currently 6 wins, 3 draws, and no losses at Red Bull Arena. DC United 1 win, 4 draws, 4 losses on the road. Heavily favored to the Red Bulls, and I have to go with the Red Bulls in this one because also Benteke is on a red card for DC United. So this should be an easy dub for the Red Bulls, and I think that they win this match 3-1 over DC United. So we head on down to Texas for FC Dallas versus FC Cincinnati. Currently, Dallas 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Cincinnati 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Dallas at home 5 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Cincinnati on the road 7 wins, a draw, and a loss on the road. The win probability is in favor of Cincinnati with that kind of record. They should be. Dallas haven't looked too bad recently. I feel like they have kind of turned their season around from what they were doing at the beginning of the year. Currently sitting 21st in my power ranking, while Cincinnati is sitting at 5th. The expected goals for Dallas is 1.4, Cincinnati is 2.5. Dallas are unbeaten 7 matches at home, and I think that comes to an end. I think that Cincinnati go on the road with that loss against the Revs at home. I think that they have to get back on their winning track, and they go to Dallas and win this match 2-1 at Toyota Stadium. Now, staying there in Texas, we have Houston Dynamo versus Charlotte FC. Currently, Houston 2 wins, 3 draws in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 5 match unbeating streak. Charlotte 3 wins, a draw, and a loss there in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 4 match unbeaten streak. I think this is going to be a fantastic game. I believe that this was also out there for you to vote on the community tab to watch this weekend. But the Dynamo, 3 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses there at home. Charlotte, 3 wins, a draw, and 5 losses on the road. This is a very close win probability. 35% chance that Charlotte win, 32% chance Houston wins, and a 33% chance that it ends in a draw. Those are just the statistics. The expected goals is 0.8 to a 0.9 for Charlotte. I think we get a draw here. I have to go with it. And maybe I'm going with the expected goals. Maybe I need to quit looking at the expected goals because I feel like I go with them and they're completely wrong. But this one I think ends in a draw there in Houston, 1-1. So that leads us into Nashville versus Inter Miami. Currently Nashville 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Inter Miami 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Both teams currently on a 3 match unbeaten streak. Nashville at home, though, 4 wins, 5 draws, 2 losses. Inter Miami on the road, 6 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. I think this is going to be one of the better matches this weekend. And yes, there's international duty on both sides a good bit. But Inter Miami have looked pretty good without Messi and Suarez. And to be honest, I'm 100% surprised. I thought that we've seen in the past what happens when Messi is off and not playing, and they just don't look the same. But they're doing the job while the GOAT is away. But I think this match, though, ends in a draw. I have a feeling that Nashville are at home at Geo's Park. Yes, they've had 5 draws, and this is going to add to it. I think, though, Miami come on the road and get a point, and this match ends in a 1-1 draw there at Geo's Park. Next up, we have Sporting Kansas City versus Austin FC. Currently, Sporting 1 win, 4 losses there in their last 5 matches. Austin, a win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 2-match unbeaten streak. Sporting Kansas City have parted ways with their coach, which I think should happen because of how poorly they have done. Sporting Kansas City currently 2 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses there at home. Austin 2 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses on the road. The win probability, though, is pointing towards Sporting Kansas City. I want to say that, and usually I do say that whenever there's a parting of coaches because I feel like players there's a new feeling around the club and all that whenever that happens. And usually a team comes out and performs pretty well. But I unfortunately cannot say that. I think that Austin go on the road here, get the 3 points, and win this match 3-1 over Sporting Kansas City. And this leads us into LAFC versus Colorado Rapids. LAFC on a 10-match unbeaten streak. Currently 4 wins and a draw in their last 5 matches. Colorado 3 wins, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 3-match winning streak for the Rapids. I think this one's going to be one of the better matches of this weekend. LAFC 8 wins, 2 draws, and no losses at home. The Rapids 4 wins, 2 draws, 5 losses on the road. The win probability heavily favors LAFC. They sit 3rd in my power ranking. The Rapids are in 10th in my power ranking. I think this is going to be a lot closer than what the expected goals is saying. It's saying 2.5 for LA, 1.2 for the Rapids. I think we see 5 goals in this match, but I think LAFC keep their unbeaten streak alive and win this match 3-2 over the Rapids. Next up, we have Portland Timbers versus Minnesota United. Currently, the Timbers 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 6-match unbeaten streak. Minnesota 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 3-match losing streak. Portland at home, 4 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Minnesota on the road, 4 wins, a draw, and 4 losses. I don't know how this works because it's saying Minnesota have the win probability in favor of themselves and for them on the road. I just don't see that happening. Portland's playing too well, and again, Providence Park, I will always speak highly that it's hard to win there and hard for teams to go in and play. In this match, I think we also see 5 goals, but I think Portland come out on top 3-2 over Minnesota. So next up, we have San Jose Earthquakes versus the LA Galaxy. Currently, the Earthquakes a draw and 4 losses in their last 5 matches. LA Galaxy, though, 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches. The Earthquakes are currently on a 4-match losing streak, and at home, 2 wins, a draw, and 6 losses, where the Galaxy are 4 wins, 4 draws, 3 losses there on the road. I think everyone can guess that the win probability is in favor of the Galaxy, currently sitting 6th in my power ranking. The Earthquakes are sitting 29th in my power ranking. I think that there's not much to talk about here. I think that LA Galaxy go on the road here, get an easy 3 points against the Earthquakes. I could be wrong because this is a rivalry, but I think that the Galaxy win 2-0 over the Earthquakes. Now, for our second to last match of the weekend, we have Seattle Sounders versus the Chicago Fire. Currently, Seattle 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, where Chicago are 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Seattle at home, not that great. 3 wins, 5 draws, and a loss. The Fire 1 win, 4 draws, 4 losses on the road. It is in favor of Seattle because they are at home. Expected 1.4 goals, where Fire only expected for 0.8. I know that Chicago have looked pretty well in these last 5 matches, even though they're coming off of a loss against Orlando City this past weekend. But I have to go with Seattle there at Lumen Field, and I think that they win this match 3-1 over the Chicago Fire. That brings us to our final match of the weekend. That's Vancouver Whitecaps versus St. Louis City. Currently, the Whitecaps 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. St. Louis 3 draws, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Both teams have seemed to struggle as of late, and actually for a while this season. Vancouver 3 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses there at home. St. Louis no wins, 5 draws and 3 losses on the road. These two teams are very even. Vancouver are 14th in my power rankings. St. Louis is 20th. The expected goals is 2 to 1.8, and I think that's how it ends. I think that this match ends in a draw there in Vancouver with a 2-2 draw. So that is it for the video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the content. Join in on the table. I know I didn't say that at the beginning of the stream. The QR code is here. Join in, pick your 3 matches, and get on the leaderboard. If you want to check out the full leaderboard, there is a link in the description below, and we will see you for the live stream on Saturday.